Hello everybody, it's Drowsy here, and time for some early morning Fnaf. So I was looking through some of my picture files, and I found that Scott Cawthon, unlike most of his other Fnaf games, he actually wrote words for the other newspaper articles. Now when you beat Five Nights at Freddy's 3 Night 6, you should get an article saying it burns, Fazbear's Fright burns to the ground. Now, around that, Scott Cawthon actually wrote a bit of trivia for the game. I thought that was pretty interesting. So I'm going to read some to you now. Now, to be fair, it is really blurry, so some of this I may not be able to read and I may stutter for a minute. But give me credit. Just looking at it now, just about everything looks like a squiggle. Just this. Okay. Fun fact. The names Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were just nicknames while I worked on the characters. I was planning on giving them official names later, but had grown very fond of them by the time the game was released. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what the real names would have been, though, because, I mean, Freddy Fazbear, it just has, like, that perfect lineup for the Chuck E. Cheese thing that he was going for. So, in the original game, Freddy was never originally meant to move around the diner and was only meant to get you if your time ran out. This was changed before release. That's interesting. Essentially, that means Freddy, like, during the night, is never supposed to leave the stage. He's supposed to stay there all night unless you run out of power, in which case he does his usual Torador March, I think it is. Yeah, I believe it's Torador March. I think I'm getting it right, just pronouncing it horribly. But yeah, that was originally all he was supposed to do. Just play that if you ran out of power. Which honestly would have made the game a lot easier. I mean, just go back to Markiplier's fail completion of the first game, and you'll see most of the deaths are Freddy alone. And that's just because it's so hard to keep in rhythm of closing the door before you put the camera up. And I'm stalling. Okay. Okay. I actually modeled the Foxy character of my laptop while writing on a... Okay, I'm not gonna bother reading that one. I'm sure I screwed up after... Okay, all I can read is the first line. I actually modeled the Foxy character. That's it. That's all I can read. I'm sorry. If you want to read this yourself, like I said, link in the description. Or did I say that? Maybe. I don't know. I've gone over this so many times, and so early in the morning, so this is like my 5th recording of this. I know, it's sad. So maybe I said that in the first one or third one. But anyways, I'm gonna leave a link in... Yeah, I think I said lower. Never mind. Okay. In real life, I tend to have walking nightmares, meaning that I walk in my sleep, etc. One night, I dreamt that Bonnie was in the hall outside my door. So I jumped out of bed and rushed to hold the door shut. I think it's as I jumped out of bed. As I jumped out of bed and rushed to hold the door shut, I discovered that the door was locked out, and it filled me with dread. Fnaf 1, when the doors don't work, it means something is already in your office. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm trying, guys. I really am trying. So when I felt that the door was locked, I felt like Bonnie was in my bedroom and about to get me. Thankfully, I woke up. Alright. Good for you, Scott. Good for you. Okay, and there's one more that I can actually read. Looking back on many of my old games, I found that there is almost always a broken down robot in them. I'm not sure why this seems to be a recurring theme in my games, but it's obvious that it's something haunting me. Okay, I'll try to read one more. I'm not going back to that Foxy one. I cannot read that. Before I began working on Fnaf, I had to choose what game to make out of 3 potential games, knowing it might be my last try before having to start a new career. If you know much about Scott before he made Fnaf, then you'll get that. I was choosing between a sequel to the blank, a remake of my first game, Legacy of blank, or a new idea about animatronics and security cameras. So those were the options, huh? Animatronics with security cameras, why not? Alright, so that's it for now. I know this was not much, and I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So, anyways, I'll have a link in the description to the picture if you want to check it out for yourself. If someone has already discovered this, then, you know, don't go screaming at me, but I want to take a risk. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and if no one's already discovered this, I hope that this gets around the web. So that'd be cool. That'd be good for the channel. Alright. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. You can break down